So for you guys who were not on the YouTube live with me earlier, I basically did a live trying to help signing agents, mostly new signing agents, but existing signing agents as well, kind of come up with some success goals for 2021. So I've got a couple of links in the chat. The top link is for the success worksheets that I did so that people can kind of write down their goals, write down what success as a signing agent means to them, and kind of use that as a gauge as they're going through 2021 to see if they are meeting those goals, exceeding those goals. There's Elizabeth. I knew Elizabeth was going to be. It's a couple of people I always know
Hey,
going to
girl.
be here. At
Yes,
least Elizabeth is
that's
here.
right.
But Elizabeth, I was just telling folks I did a live earlier today on YouTube about success goals for 2021. And if you were not on that live, I still suggest that you guys watch it as well. You guys are well on your way. You're on your path to being successful signing agents if you aren't already, because I know some of y'all are actually churning and burning and knocking them out already. But it's a good way to kind of help you get in your mind, set your goals for 2021, because one of those things, and I even still do it. It's really easy to get out of the habit, though, especially once things kind of start moving for you. But it's really hard to meet a goal or exceed a goal if you don't know what that goal is, or if you haven't written that goal out. And sometimes we kind of get in the habit of just, being out there, just working, just every day thinking, I'm just going to do as many signings as possible. And we kind of forget what our goals are. So I really encourage you guys, if you were not on that YouTube live, to download that worksheet. Again, in the chat, I've got the links. The top long link is the link to the worksheet. It'll take you to my MailChimp website. You'll just download it from there. And then the link underneath that is for the actual YouTube video when you have some time, because it is about an hour long, because I talk a lot. Y'all know. Every time I'm like, I'm going to be quick. It's only going to be 20 minutes. And then 3 hours later, I'm still talking. But it's about an hour long. But check it out, because it was a lot of stuff that I actually had to refresh myself on, and, kind of remind myself that I still need to do these things as well. Because your goals are going to change. My goal from when I first started out as a signing agent to my middle time as a signing agent to now as a signing agent has changed. And, things that I wanted out of life have changed. There was a period as a signing agent where I was like, I just want to make as much money as possible. I don't care if I got to work from sun up, sundown, no sleep, whatever. I just want all the money. And then, I went through another phase where I'm like, I don't really need no money. I want to just stay on my couch and watch Netflix. And I had the other phase where, I was all about volunteer work. And so I wanted time to volunteer in my church. So my goals have changed. And every time my goals change, how I approach being a signing agent and my signing agent business needed to adjust as well. Okay, let me repost it here. Somebody said they don't see it. So hopefully if I do it again, let's see, paste, boom. Did that show up?
Yes.
Awesome. And
Thank
then let
you.
me do, no problem. It might not have done it because I put it in there before you guys came in. I was trying to be proactive and I guess that didn't work. And there is the YouTube link. So there are both of those things. So again, check them out in your spare time. Do the worksheet, check out the video, because again, kind of hard to meet a goal if you don't know what the goal is. Awesome. All right. So I have some questions that you guys sent to me. But before I get to the sent questions, do you guys have any questions right now?
Can
Go
I
ahead,
ask
Elizabeth.
a question?
Yes.
But I do want to say the video earlier was awesome.
Yay.
And I like that you were straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be mad at me. Is what you kept saying. And I thought that it was really good that you were straightforward, because that's what people need to hear.
They really do, and nothing against, the you can make $10,000 a month videos, because you can. That's real as well. But the reality is it's not all sunshine and butterflies and rainbows, and there's a lot of your mentality has to be a certain way. You need to be mentally ready to do this, because I think those other types of videos cause people to come into this thinking, okay, I got a notary stamp, I'm ready, where's my $10,000? And I'd be like, it don't work like that, boo. You got other stuff you got to do. So like I said, I knew some folks are mad no matter what you do. But I like telling people the real deal, because that's how I like to approach life. Tell me the real. Don't
Yes.
give me the fluff and the bluff. Tell me the real. I'm smart enough to figure out, and to know that I can still do whatever, but tell me the for real. So that was my goal. And hopefully you guys will see, like I said, I'm going to be doing my conversations with Kendra video. And I'm nervous about it because people do get mad. Y'all, seriously, I usually delete like some of the really off the wall comments and stuff that I get. But sometimes people get really upset over things. And probably in my mind, my first conversation with Kendra video is going to be things I hate about being a signing agent. Don't get me wrong. I love this. I love this as a business. I love the turn that my life has taken since I've started doing it. But there's some things I straight hate about it. So and I always tell people it's still work. If you enjoyed it too much, nobody would pay you to do it. Seriously. So you get paid to do it because it's still work. So there's some things that I really don't like about it. And that's gonna probably be my first video where I go over, these are the things where some days you're gonna be like, am I sure I want to do this? So so yay, I'm glad you guys were on, or some of you were on. Awesome. All right, let's see. Looks like Teresa may have a question about signing with a loan officer on Monday. Tell me more.
I emailed you about it, and of course, you gave me the don't worry.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But my question is specifically about the documents, because normally I rearrange them and then put them back into order before I send them. So I'm going in and sitting down and not having seen them before. So do I need to do them in the order that he has them in, or
not necessarily? So I think I also told you, if it is possible, get there a little early to prepare. So when I have in-office signings, I honestly try to show up. Well, I don't need to show up that much early anymore, but I used to try to show up about 30 minutes early to give myself an opportunity to see the documents, familiarize myself, do whatever I felt like I needed to do to prepare for the signing. So my first step would be get there early. If it's an in-office signing, then more than likely they're going to have the documents ready 30 minutes ahead of time. So get there early. That's going to be my biggest thing. And then that way you can kind of prep things the way you like it. Now, if the loan officer actually sits in on the signing, that's fine. That's going to be the unknown variable part of this, because some of the loan officers are cool. They sit back. They'll let the signing agent take control of the signing. Other loan officers are very hands-on. It's almost like they don't even want you to do nothing. They go ahead and try to explain everything. And unfortunately, you don't know which one you're going to get until you're there. And you kind of just have to, go with the flow of whatever that loan officer is. I always walk in and try to be in control of the signing, not in a bad way, but in a way that lets the loan officer know, hey, I know what I'm talking about. You don't have anything to worry about. Mr. and Mrs. Signer, how you doing? We're going to talk about this document first. Because some of the loan officers, when they see that you know what you're doing, when they see that you understand what's going on, then they will sit back and they'll let you do the signing. Like I said, some of them, it don't matter. You could be the best signing agent in the world, and they just feel like they gotta talk and take it. I did one at a title office just yesterday where the loan officer was there and she just wanted to talk through the whole thing. Now, what I will say is this, depending on what they're talking about, if they're just side talking, then I just start sliding papers in front of the signer and let them sign it. I don't even explain. If y'all want to have the conversation about the dogs and the cat and the kids, you don't care. I don't care. I need a signature. So if they start getting like that, don't think that you have to stop them or interrupt them to try to explain a document. If they're having a side conversation and they seem cool with just signing, girl, just push them papers in front of them and get them to sign it. I don't care. They had the opportunity to read it. If they choose not to, that's totally on them. And their loan officer is right there. So, the biggest thing is get there early and just go with whatever flow you feel from the loan officer. And if you're able to speak to the loan officer, a few minutes, just say, hey, how do you want this to go when we get in there? Build a little rapport with them, And you just never know. This may end up one of those things where they're like, you know what? You're one of the best signing agents we've ever had. Can we call you to do all of our closings? Why, yes, you certainly can. So, look at it as a positive.
Okay.
That was my long-winded answer. Hopefully that answered your question. All right. Angela said, I live in North Carolina and I wanted to know, how do we know how to charge for our services? Is there a price list that we can view? So Elizabeth said, since I'm just starting to be accepted for signings, I'm wondering how to pace myself, especially when all docs are not in, which is pretty much every day. I had 3 signings on one day this week. One was scheduled at 11. The other 2 were for 1 and 4 p.m. respectively. The docs came in so late, you didn't really have time to prepare. The 1 p.m. didn't work out until the next day. So basically you had a little bit of extra time to work on the 4. So basically, how you schedule this all in? How do you make it work when we know half the time we're not going to get all the documents? And my answer to that is 2 things. First, I said, and then the last thing I had on deck for you guys, I wanted to talk to you about are what are called split signings. Have any of you heard that term or received a request for a split signing? Anybody?